They don't have a chair for Skeletor?
Caught up.
Right. So we have one more little bit of news for you for people who are interested in this kind of thing. And I know this guy on this side here, he knows all about this news. Now, we spoke about it last week, but we're going to talk about something new that's come out. And it is
Godzilla and Kong.
take it away, Davey, from the 80s.
All right, so Godzilla and Kong, Legendary has announced that they have changed. Well, they didn't even announce it. Some photos were leaked about basically the crew and their merchandise and their swag and things that was given away on set, like hats, bottles, things like that. And it looks that the movie is now officially being called Godzilla and Kong instead of being Godzilla versus. Originally, it was supposed to be called Godzilla versus Kong Origins, but it looks like they are changing the name to Godzilla and Kong. It makes more sense because this is like more of a team up film anyway. So that title makes way more sense. As far as I know right now, the movie has finished doing essential photography in Australia, and next year will be used to promote the movie and also do some filming. So that's all I know right now, but that looks like what is going to be the title. It's not really as interesting as I thought it would be. I thought they'll put like a subheader on it or something, like Godzilla and Kong. I don't know, when worlds collide, some shit. I don't know. Like you could have put like a subtitle on that shit or a subheader and kind of made it a little bit more interesting. But I mean, it is what it is. We'll see. Like I said, the synopsis of the movie is that Godzilla and Kong team up to fight something that's been deep within the earth. So I don't know if this is an original monster. I don't know if it's one of the Toho monsters that they recreated, but we shall see when the time is right. What do you guys think,
not to get confused, but last week we spoke about a new Godzilla movie that's coming out, and this is a separate movie. So for people who don't know, Toho originally made Godzilla, and they were Asian movies, and they're
the Japanese production company behind it.
They have. Last week, they announced they're doing a new Godzilla movie, Toho, in November. So this is a sequel. This one we're talking about now isn't nothing to do with that one. This is
it's in the MonsterVerse.
Godzilla versus Kong. So just to make that clear to people going, oh, but what about no? So this is
so this is the legendary,
Warner Brothers
legendary sequel. So the Godzilla 2016. The Godzilla King of the Monsters that came out after that, the Godzilla versus Kong. This is within that universe. This is not tied to the Toho Japanese franchise at all. This is its own American spinoff.
What did you think of Godzilla versus Kong? I quite enjoyed it.
Oh, yeah, it was enjoyable. I mean, if you're a huge Godzilla fan, such as I am, then you're going to see all the little Easter egg, the callbacks, and things like that. But you also knew that Kong didn't stand a fucking chance against Godzilla when you really think about it in retrospect. But yeah, I mean, it was a fun movie. I loved it. I liked it. It was cool. Now we got to see where it goes from there.
I liked all the colors, the effects, the neon lights in the city and all that. It looked really good. It was a good story. When I say it's a good story, it is a story. I mean, what else are you going to do? But as I say, I hate when they involve the humans too much because I don't give a shit about them. But
that was a problem with King of the Monsters.
Yeah, that was, oh my God. And actually, I found that Shin Godzilla, which is Toho, suffered a bit from that too, to be honest with you. It was good as it was. We see a lot of human involvement, a lot. But again,
that makes more sense because that's their format, right? So when you watch a lot of Godzilla movies, you notice there's a format. You see this mofo at the beginning somewhere at the beginning of the movie, you're introduced to him. He disappears, he comes back in the middle, and then you get the final act at the end. It's always been like that. Like that's how all the original Godzilla movies are formatted. You see him in the beginning, there's talking, there's some sort of conflict in the middle, da 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 da. He pops up again in the middle, conflict, da 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 da, talking, and then you have the final fight or the final little showcase of the monster, and then you end the movie. So that's a Toho format. So I can't get mad at Toho for staying true to their own format, but I can get mad at Legendary for biting that format and making it as boring as possible.
Right. I just want to say to everyone that You guys had a go at me for giving up the synopsis of the whale. He just gave us every Toho story plot, just there right now in front of everyone.
Oh, dude.
And you're having a go
No,
at me.
I gave you the format.
Give
I didn't give you the plot.
format to every movie, he said. So there you go.
No, but that's the format. That's not the plot. Like now, if I were to tell you, like, oh, freaking Godzilla versus Mecha Godzilla, the first one was about these monkeys from outer space trying to like invade.
That sounds good.
Nah, that's legitly what the hell that it's about these alien monkeys, bro. They're trying to take over the planet, and they created Mecha Godzilla in order to do
like
something.
a film that I'd like to see. That'd be
It's
good.
funny as hell. You should watch it.
I will. But you know what? It looks like that is it. That's all the news we have. I mean, there is a lot of news that comes out, and we have to choose what we're going to talk about because we can't fit it all in, and we lose you all anyway. So we had to pick out whatever we could. We don't do another one during the week because we haven't got a big enough community to do this yet. So help us out, subscribe, and we will start doing more. Hopefully more if we get bigger. But have you any questions about Godzilla or anything else you'd like to ask us about? Where do I go and get my hair cut and stuff like that? You know, just anything.
See you all soon, you royal boobs.
I can't wait.